to the class of class 10 in the subject optional mathematics. We have been talking about sequence and series in this class for a few days. So today we will try to talk about geometric series. My dear students, it has been clear that sequence and series are the group of numbers. They have definite pattern. For example, I have given you more and more example on the before class also. Look here, 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. If you look closely, this is a group of number. They have been bounded by a definite pattern. For example, when you add plus 2 and plus 2 and plus 2, so on, you will get the number. So this is an example of sequence and series. But in this sequence and series, a definite number has been added, either negative or positive. That is why this type of series was called arithmetic series. But today we are here to learn about geometric series. In this series, the group of number which are bounded by a certain common rule, but each and every number should be this time multiplied, not added. Try to understand me. Multiplied. For example, if you make a series by multiplying with a certain fixed number, for example, let's take 2. 1 multiplies 2, 2 multiplies 2, 4 multiplies 2, and so on. So the type of series where you make it by multiplying with a certain number, that type of series is called geometric series or geometric sequence or geometric progression. So if you keep here arithmetic sign plus minus, then that is called series. If you bound by comma, that is called sequence or progression. My dear student, 1, 2, 4, 8, you can find here a definite number has been multiplied. Look here. But it is not necessary always you multiply by a whole number. You can multiply by the fraction also. In such case, the sequence will be decreasing. If you look here, the sequence is increasing 1, 2, 4, 8. It means the next term is multiplied by a whole number here, 2. But if you multiply, let's take 8. Now please multiply by a fraction 1 by 2. Now the sequence you get will be a geometric series, but the series will be a decreasing series. For example, if you multiply by 1 by 2, 4, 1 by 2, 2, 1 by 2, 1, and 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 4. In this way, you can obtain a geometric series. So my dear students, the main thing here is you have to first of all be able to find out which type of series you are having in your exercise book or in a question paper. By looking at series, students should be easily distinguishing either it is arithmetic or geometric. To find out the arithmetic, the gap of two preceding numbers should be same by the addition of a positive or negative. If the gap of two numbers, they have been bounded by the multiply of a whole number or a fraction, then that type of series is called geometric series. So since the rules are different, one sum of positive negative, other the multiplication of whole or fraction. So sometimes people also say it either multiplying or division. People also say that. Remember, my dear student, if the series is formed by the multiplication or division of a fixed number, then that is called geometric series, because multiplication of a fraction is also can be said as division also, my dear student. So the main thing here is there is now no common difference. There is now common ratio in geometric series. Try to understand me. In arithmetic series, the difference was same. Now, in the geometric series, the multiplication ratio is same. So, here, one new term will be introduced to you, my dear students. that is common ratio. Common ratio. In arithmetic series, you were taught common difference D. If you have gone through my classes, you will find what was told to you is, if you are going to solve a certain arithmetic series or geometric series, then I said you on that time, the information of first term and common difference is very important. But now, no common difference in geometric series. Now there will be common ratio, my dear students, because the ratio of each gap will be same. Now if you take the ratio 2, again take the ratio 2, again take the ratio is 2. That is why common ratio is now introduced to you, my dear student. Try to understand me. And there is first term as always as important. First term of a series always holds an important part here. So now let's generalize. Try to understand. Now let's generalize. अब चाहिँ हामी जनरल फर्ममा लेखौं भन्नु खोजेको हो, ताकि यो सबैलाई मान्ने हुने र सर्टेन रुल हामीले डेभलप गर्नुपर्छ. So now let's generalize. So geometric series can be or should be written as always T1, T2, T3, T4 and so on. In this way, any kind of series will be written. Now let's write their general form. For example, T1 is written as A. You know it always. The first term of sequence is always said as A. T2. Now my dear student, when T1 is multiplied by the common ratio, now you will jump to T2. Try to understand. So what I am writing here is A into R. This is the generalization. Now third term, when T2 is multiplied again by R, then it goes to T3, AR square. In the same way, when T3 is multiplied by ratio R, then it is AR cube. So in this way, this is the generalization form of geometric series. If you remember the arithmetic, because let's talk them parallelly. In the arithmetic series, the generalization form was A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on. In the nth term, in the general term, we wrote A plus n minus 1D. This was what taught to you while you taught in arithmetic sequence. But in the geometric, now my dear students, you just rethink, compare those type of series and analyze why it is written. That is the most important thing. के भनेको भने दुई प्रकारको सिरिजलाई पहिला तपाईहरुले कम्पेयर गर्नुस्. के एकै प्रकारका छन् त, के एकै प्रकारको नियमले बनेको छ त, एकै प्रकारले त बनेको पक्कै पनि छैन. यो पटक पटक भनिएको छ. अर्थमेटिक सिरिज भनेको त्यस्तो सिरिज हो जसमा चाहिँ हामीले एउटै निश्चित नम्बरलाई जोडेर बनाएको सिरिज हुन्छ. चाहे त्यो निश्चित नम्बर पोजिटिभ वा नेगेटिभ हुन सक्छ. पोजिटिभ भयो भने त्यो सिरिज ठुलो ठुलो हुँदै जान्छ, नेगेटिभ भयो भने सिरिज सानो सानो हुँदै घट्दै गएको हुन्छ. र जियोमेट्रिक सिरिज फेरि अलिक फरक छ. यसमा चाहिँ कुनै निश्चित नम्बरले गुणन गरेको, मल्टिप्लाई गरेको हुन्छ. यदि त्यो निश्चित नम्बर र होल नम्बरमा छ भने त्यो सिक्वेन्स ठुलो हुँदै गएको हुन्छ भने, फ्र्याक्सनमा छ भने त्यो सिक्वेन्स घट्दै गएको हुन्छ. र कतिपयले के पनि भन्छन् भने कुनै निश्चित नम्बरले मल्टिप्लाई वा डिभिजन गरेर बनाएको सिरिजलाई जियोमेट्रिक सिरिज भन्छ भने पनि गलत चाहिँ हुँदैन, एउटै हुने हो. त्यसैले यहाँ चाहिँ अर्थमेटिक सिरिजमा दुईवटा नम्बर बीचको ग्याप एउटै हुने भएको हुनाले चाहिँ कमन डिफरेन्स भनिएको थियो. हामीले पहिला पढ्दाखेरि पक्कै तपाईहरु पढ्नु भएकै होला त्यो मेरो क्लासहरुमा. तर अब चाहिँ डिफरेन्स भन्न मिल्दैन, किनभने दुईवटा नम्बर बीचको ग्याप त मिल्दैन. यसमा अब यहाँ 1 को छ, यहाँ 2 को छ, यहाँ 4 को छ. त्यसैले त ग्याप त अब गुणित हुँदै गएको छ, मल्टिप्लाई भएको छ. त्यसैले यहाँ अब हामी जियोमेट्रिक भन्नेबित्तिकै अब डिफरेन्सलाई बिर्सनुपर्छ. तपाईहरुले अब रेशियोलाई लिनुपर्छ. अब फर्स्ट टर्म र कमन रेशियो एकदमै मुख्य भूमिका खेल्दैछ है अब तपाईहरुको समस्याहरुमा. जियोमेट्रिक सिरिजको समस्याहरुमा फर्स्ट टर्म र कमन रेशियोको चाहिँ तपाईले जानकारी राखिहाल्नुपर्छ. अब क्वेशनमा हेरेर वा निकाल्दै लाग्नुपर्छ माय डियर स्टुडेन्ट्स. तब मात्र तपाईहरुले जियोमेट्रिक सिरिजको लागि चाहिँ एकदम आफुलाई तयार गराउनुहुन्छ. र अब यो मैले यहाँ किन लेखेँ त्यस्तो भन्दाखेरि यहाँ हेर्नुस् त, यो ज्योमेट्रिक सिरिज जो हामीले पहिला पढेको अर्थमेटिक सिरिज हो जहिले पनि फर्स्ट टर्मलाई ए बाट लेखिन्छ चाहे जुन सिरिज होस् त्यहाँ चाहिँ कमन डिफरेन्सलाई जोडेर सिरिजको निर्माण गरिन्छ यहाँ चाहिँ कमन रेसियोले मल्टिप्लाई गरिन्छ त्यसैले यो जेनरल फर्म पनि फरक छ है माय डियर स्टुडेन्ट्स सो what you learn today is the most important thing. Remember, my dear students, so geometric series is different than arithmetic. So you will have to apply yourself differently. Number one thing. Number two thing, just compare it. Compare गर्नुस्. Compare गर्यो भने तपाईहरुले नलेज तपाईहरुलाई राम्रो हुन्छ. तपाई कन्फ्युजन पछि आउने समस्याहरु घट्दै जान्छ. त्यसैले कम्पेयर गर्नुस् है. र आजको लागि यो क्लासमा तपाईले के सिक्नु पर्यो भने ज्योमेट्रिक सिरिज कस्तो सिरिजलाई भनिन्छ यहाँ कमन रेशियो भनेको के रहेछ त्यो चाहिँ तपाईले जान्नुपर्छ अब हामी इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास विल टक अबाउट हाउ टु क्याल्कुलेट द जनरल टर्म दैट इज द फर्स्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट थिङ इन द ज्योमेट्रिक सिरिज जनरल टर्मबाट तपाईहरुको अब नेक्स्ट क्लास सुरु हुन्छ नेक्स्ट पढाइ सुरु हुन्छ त्यसपछि तपाईहरु अलिकति म ज्योमेट्रिक सिरिजमा कस्ता कस्ता समस्याहरुसँग सामना गर्नुपर्छ त्यो पनि भन्नेछु सो टिल देन keep watching Red TV and subscribe. Thank you.